Now what we will do is we will try to see the condition for laser action. Okay, so laser action means we need to know what is the condition for having more number of stimulated emission. So now we will take this rate of stimulated emission, and first we are going to divide it by rate of induced absorption. Again we will take the same rate of stimulated emission, and then I'm going to, so this is your second condition. Okay, so second condition is I'm going to take the same rate of stimulated emission. Okay, and then I will divide it by rate of your spontaneous emission. Okay, so these are the two conditions because we want to know when you can have more number of stimulated emission. Okay, so for that we are going to do this. So now in this case we need to just go back to the previous class. Okay, so previous class in the sense I will just open this. Okay, we have got three equations. So I think it's already here. Okay, so we have three equations. Equation number one is rate of induced absorption. So rate of induced absorption is B12 N1 U of U. In the same way, rate of spontaneous emission, which is A21 N2, and the rate of stimulated emission is B21 N2 U of U. Okay, so we are going to use these equations in this discussion. Okay, so whatever we do today, we are going to do that. So here, if I now write, what is your rate of stimulated emission in terms of Einstein coefficient? What is your rate of stimulated emission?
B21
B21 N2 U of U. Okay. So in the same way, if I take a rate of induced absorption would be B12 N1 and then U of U. Okay. So now if I can just cancel this out, U of U on numerator and denominator. Then what I am left is I'll just write it. Okay. So your rate of stimulated emission, okay, divided by the rate of induced absorption is equal to, okay, you are having B21 by B12. I will call this as some constant. Okay, C N2 by N1, or I can call this as is directly proportional to N2 by N1. Okay, so then it becomes your this is your condition. Okay, so now when can I have more stimulated emission? So I want to have the condition. So now what I want to have is I want more number of rate of stimulated emission should be greater than rate of induced absorption. When is this possible? So I have written like this is directly proportional to N2 by N1. Okay. So now I can also write this is directly proportional to N2 by N1. So what is the condition here? What is the condition here?
N2 is greater than N1.
So this has to be greater than 1. Okay. So if I want to have stimulated emission as more than the your rate of induced absorption, then what happens is N2 should be N2 by N1 should be greater than 1. Okay. So in that case, what happens is this is greater than 1. Only in that case, like what I can have if I equate this. So rate of stimulated emission is greater than the rate of induced absorption. Okay. So now if I go further, what happens is N2 by N1 is greater than 1, or I can have N2 is greater than your N1. Okay. So what is the stable state condition? What is the stable state condition of your populations? So we did some Boltzmann factor, right? So when we did Boltzmann factor, we told there is a relation with that N1 is something then N2, right? What is that steady state? At steady state, we have done that derivation. What is that? Okay, so at the steady state, we know that. So what is that steady state? What is the condition? N1 and N2. We have done this. So what is there in between? You can open and you can see. Okay, so what is the condition there? You took N2 by N1 is equal to e to the power of minus E2 minus E1 by kT, and then you did that derived this equation. Okay, so it was always the number of atoms in ground state is always more than the number of atoms in the excited state, or the population of ground state is more than the population of excited state. But now if I want to have efficient laser action, what is the condition now? This has to be reversed. That means the number of atoms in the excited state should be more than the number of atoms in the ground state. So when is this possible? So or this condition we call it as the, what is this condition called? Population inversion. Okay, so what is the meaning of population inversion? In principle, your n1 is greater than n2 or n2 is less than n1. Okay, so if I want to write to be more specific, n2 is less than n1. Okay, but if I want to have efficient laser action, then what happens is I need to have the number of atoms in, I need to reverse this condition. Okay, so n2 should be greater than n1. So that is only then you can have more number of sorry, or you can have efficient laser action, and this process or this state is called as a population inversion. Okay, so population inversion refers to a state where the population of excited state is more than the population of the ground state. Okay, so that is your population inversion. This is the first condition for laser action. Okay, so if you want to have very good laser, then you should have the population inversion. Okay, so this is the first condition. Now in the same way, we'll go to the next one. Okay, what is the next one? So next one is rate of stimulated emission by rate of spontaneous emission. So what is the equation for stimulated emission? What is the equation here? Stimulated emission, same thing we wrote here, right? So I'm going to use the same rate of stimulated emission is B21 N2 U of nu. Okay, B21 N2 U of nu. Then what is your spontaneous emission? What is the rate of spontaneous emission? The rate of spontaneous emission is A21 N2. Okay, so again here what happens is your N2 would cancel. Okay, and then you are left with something. We will write this. Okay, what is left is B21 by A21 into U of nu. Okay, again what I can write is this is almost a constant. Okay, so this is a constant. So in that case, what happens is your rate of stimulated emission by rate of spontaneous emission is directly proportional to U of nu. Okay, rate of stimulated emission by rate of spontaneous emission is directly proportional to U of nu. Okay, so now when can I have this statement? When can I call this as rate of stimulated emission is greater than rate of spontaneous emission? When can I tell this? Okay, so you should tell when this will be valid. When can I say this is valid? When only when this is much greater than 1. Okay, so very much greater than 1, that means your U of nu should be large. Okay, so for this second condition, U of nu should be large. Okay, so what is the meaning of U of nu is large? What is U of nu?
Energy density, sir.
Energy density of your photons or energy density of the system. Okay, so energy density in the sense, what is energy density? Energy density is nothing but it is your external energy that you provide to the system. Okay, so this is nothing but it is your number of photons that are, or number of photons or phonons, whatever you call. Okay, photons, phonons, or electrons. Okay, that are given to the system. Okay, so these are the conditions. Okay, so this is nothing but this is your energy that you are going to provide. Okay, so number of photons, electrons, or phonons which you provide has to be very large. Okay, only in that case what happens is you can have stimulated emission more than the rate of spontaneous emission. Okay, so these are two conditions that you need to know. Okay, so this should be, we are going to use it in the later part of the discussions. Okay, so this is up to here, this is your Einstein theory. Okay, whatever we studied here up to here, this is all about the Einstein theory. Einstein theory means it is more about the theoretical part. Okay, so next we will shift to the uh, actual experimental part, which is nothing but how to build a laser, what are the requirements of laser and like that. Okay, so do you have any doubt up to this point? Do you have any doubt up to this point? I you someone, at least someone should tell something. If you don't tell, then how I can continue? Are you able to hear me completely or not?
Come on, sir.
Hmm? So can I go to the next one or should I explain anything? Yeah, yeah, I think I will take attendance now. It's better like that. You should speak. If you don't speak, then I will not know whether you are following or not. Okay.
Sir,
So
next one.
next one. Okay. Or at least ಯಾರೋ ಒಬ್ರು ಇದ್ದೀರಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ ಮಲ್ಕೊಂಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ? Okay. So let us move on to the next one. Okay. So yes.